Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Green Lamb, and today I have a book review on The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Jenkins Reid. And if you're new to my book reviews or just need a refresher, I have my books in 5 different categories: plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of ringing in very soon, 5 out of 5, not so soon, 1 out of 5. As well, this review will be spoiler free, so don't fret if you have yet to read the book. If I am going to say spoilers, because you know what, I'm kind of not winging this one because I've been thinking about it, but I don't have written notes this time. But if I do plan on saying something that, rides the line of being a spoiler, I'll let you know in due time so you can pause the video and come back to it later, or, just, bear in mind that you'll get spoiled, I guess. So basically this book is very good. I've read 2 Jenkins Reid's books before, and I really loved both of them, Forever Interrupted and I keep forgetting the names of her books, which is disastrous when I go to film videos like this. And where did it go? And then One True Loves. I always forget that title for some reason. Very good book though. And I reviews on both those, so I'll try to remember to link them in the down bar in case you're interested. And basically, Evelyn Hugo is a Hollywood starlet. She is the epitome of glamour. She reminds me of a cross between Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor. And basically, one day Monique Grant, who's the protagonist of the story, is asked by Evelyn Hugo to write her story of her life and what went on. So you follow Evelyn through the 1950s all the way to, I guess, present day, but you get to see her life from when she was first making the jump to Los Angeles in the 50s and all her 7 husbands. But basically, near the end of the story, when it nears its conclusion, Monique, the writer, finds out that her life somehow intersects with Evelyn's in some irreversible ways. And basically, this book was so good. I absolutely adored it. It was one of my most anticipated books. I believe it was December or January where I found out about this book, and since then I've been dying to read it. And it actually came earlier. It came out yesterday. Well, when I'm filming, it's actually not yesterday, the 13th. But it came earlier, and I was so excited because I've been seeing some reviews on my Goodreads, and very excited to get to it. So basically, I give this book for plot a 5 out of 5. I absolutely adored this book. I love, as much as it's bad, but I love reading tabloids and I love reading celebrity gossip. And I know it's not like one of those things people are bragging about, but I really enjoy it. But I'm not super nosy where I'm looking up all the blogs. I just read it casually, but I still like reading it, and I like finding out. I'm just, I guess, nosy in that sense, which I feel like a lot of us are. You just want to see what other people are up to. And this one gave you an introspective her career and what she went through and her loves and her life, and it was so interesting and so captivating, and it was interwoven with her interviews of Monique and her life and what she was going through. And it was done in a way which, even though you want to get back to Evelyn's story, the Monique parts were still gripping and short enough that it gave you a little bite, a little breather from the emotional roller coaster of Evelyn Hugo's life, and then you got thrown back into it. So it's kind of a nice reprieve. Characters, I give a 5 out of 5. I absolutely love the characters. Jenkins Reid makes really good characters. And the one thing I really did enjoy in this book was Evelyn Hugo and how complicated of a character she was. She even said in the book she doesn't see things as black or white. There's always a gray area, which is very true in a lot of, and basically life. And she just, she's very real. She didn't want to be portrayed as some hero or some great person. She wanted to be portrayed as she really was, and you make the decision on what you think of her. And the one thing that I really did enjoy about this author was even the articles, because it is cut with certain articles from magazines about Evelyn's life. None of them were really too shaming over her marriages. It could have got a little not to be I don't know what other term to put, it could have been a little slut shaming, but the book was not at all. I thought it was going to be a little bit because the 7 husbands, they'd be oh, she's married this time, saying rude stuff, which is so not true. But I loved how the way it was dealt with and all the breakups of those was dealt with, and you'll see why it was dealt with in a certain way. But I really liked that there was no shaming in that and putting down. Even Monique's turmoils in love wasn't putting down, but seen in a, not a positive light, but a real life. This is real light, this is real life. And I really enjoyed those portrayals of relationships because they were more true to life and there was no shaming, which is the best case scenario. I loved the character of Monique. I love the character of Evelyn and all the people and in her novel. I don't want to go too far into depth because you find out more about her life as it unravels, but I enjoyed every single character, and they had a lot of depth. Even if they were in there for a little while, you could really picture how they were and their whole lives pretty much, and it was just such a good book. Cover, I give a 5 out of 5. I really like this cover. It's very striking. And green, we find out, is Evelyn's signature color, this shade of green, so it's really fitting. And it kind of looks like an older book, like an older kind of mystery book, like when they have those like covers of the, I forget what they're called, but it's like, I forget the term for it, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's like a noir term. Forgetting the name. Oh my gosh, it just came to me, and then I forgot it. But we're going to move on. Suspense, basically, I give a 5 out of 5. I wanted to keep reading this. It took me a few extra days because I was just very busy, but every chance I got, I was reading like 100 pages at a time. Like, I absolutely adored it. And overall, I give it a 5 out of 5. I'd definitely read this again. Such a good book. I could talk about it forever, but my camera is about to die. But if you guys want to talk about this one, I really want to discuss it with somebody. I'm actually getting my best friend to read it, and then I think my mom. So, really good. I really liked also representation wise, but I can't go into that because it is a spoiler, so you'll see what I mean by also representation in different fields. I really like how everything was dealt with for the most part. It was very real, and that's what I like with my books and my life and film. I love the realness of everything. Like, they're not trying to put on a facade, they're just trying to be real, and that's what I appreciate. So yes, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This has been my book review on The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I hope I wasn't talking too fast in this video because I know I tend to do that. I'm sorry. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.